Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Aqeela Files. Tonight, we're diving deep into the shadows, into places where the air itself whispers forgotten terrors. If you enjoy a good scare, a story that crawls under your skin and stays there, then you've come to the right place. Because tonight, we're not just telling a story, we're inviting the darkness in. It was late October, the kind of night where the moon seemed to shrink, barely piercing the oppressive gloom. My friends, Liam and Chloe, and I were on a dare, a foolish teenage quest to capture some supposed paranormal activity for our school's Halloween video project. We'd chosen Blackwood Cemetery, infamous for its unsettling whispers and the legend of the Weeping Lady, a woman said to wander the grounds, forever searching for her lost child. We'd been there for about an hour, the beam of Liam's flashlight dancing nervously over weathered headstones, when Chloe froze. "Did you hear that?" she whispered, her voice tight. Liam and I strained our ears. At first, nothing but the rustle of dry leaves. Then, a faint, almost imperceptible sound, like a distant sob, carried on the chill breeze. It wasn't the wind. It was too distinct, too sorrowful. "It's coming from over there," I murmured, pointing towards a cluster of older, more ornate mausoleums. As we moved closer, the sobbing grew louder, more desperate. It wasn't a human cry. There was a guttural, ragged quality to it, a sound that scraped against your nerves. We rounded a large, ivy-covered mausoleum, and there, bathed in the weak moonlight, was a figure. It was undeniably a woman, dressed in what looked like a tattered, old-fashioned gown. Her back was to us, her shoulders hunched, her head bowed. The sound of weeping emanated from her, a chilling lament that seemed to vibrate through the very ground. Liam, ever the bravest or most foolish, took a step forward. "Hello," he called out, his voice trembling slightly. The woman didn't turn. The weeping intensified, morphing into a ragged, choked gasp. Then something shifted. It wasn't just the sound, it was her posture. She seemed to straighten. Slowly, unnaturally. The sobs began to warp, to deepen. They weren't just sad anymore, they were laced with a predatory hunger. Chloe gasped, grabbing my arm. "Her head," she whispered, her eyes wide with terror. We followed her gaze. The woman's head was still bowed, but it was no longer facing the ground. It was slowly, deliberately beginning to twist, not like a natural turn, but a violent, sickening rotation, as if her neck were being stretched and contorted by an invisible force. The sound of tearing fabric and something akin to cracking bone reached us, a horrific counterpoint to the twisted sobs. Her head turned further and further until her face was finally visible to us, illuminated by Liam's wavering flashlight beam. It was a mask of pure, unadulterated agony, her eyes sunken and vacant, her skin stretched taut over her skull. But it was her mouth that truly sent a shiver of icy dread through me. It was stretched into an impossible, grotesque grin, far too wide for any human mouth, revealing rows of sharp, needle-like teeth. The weeping had stopped, replaced by a low, guttural growl that vibrated from within her, a sound that promised something far worse than sorrow. Liam yelped and dropped the flashlight. It rolled across the damp earth, casting erratic shadows. In that brief moment of darkness, the growling grew louder, closer. We scrambled backward, our hearts hammering against our ribs. When Liam fumbled for the flashlight and clicked it back on, the woman was gone. The mausoleum was empty, the only evidence of her presence the lingering, acrid smell of decay and something metallic, like old blood. We didn't need to capture footage anymore. We ran. We ran as fast as our legs could carry us, the phantom growl echoing in our ears. The image of that impossibly stretched smile burned into our minds. We never went back to Blackwood Cemetery. So what do you think? Did we capture anything that night? Or did something capture us? Blackwood Cemetery still haunts my dreams, a place where sorrow twists into something hungry. If you've ever felt that chill, that unnatural stillness, you know what I'm talking about. Dare you to explore those places. Dare you to listen to the whispers in the dark. Go ahead. I double dog dare you.